Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Welcome to the state finals of the Poetry Out Loud contest. We have some incredible talent, and these young people have worked very hard to be here.
Bonsoir, and welcome to the Franco-American Heritage Center. It is such a pleasure to be hosting this event this evening. Welcome all of you. Bonne soirée. Enjoy your evening, and thank you.
From over 8,000 students competing in Maine, there are 10 of you here tonight. You should be proud of yourselves. I know that everyone here in the audience is very proud of you.
The 10 students you will have the privilege of seeing and hearing tonight have risen to the top from 45 schools led by 250 school teachers. We are privileged to welcome Ian Hawks from Gorham High School, Bethany Brown from Waterville Senior High School, Crystal Farrington from Lake Region School, Lulu Hawks from Catherine McCauley High School, Eloise Harnett from Gardner Area High School, Morgan Wiggin from Thornton Academy, Bethany Bernhardt from Erskine Academy, Genevieve Shepard from Searsport District High School, Muni Mohammed from Portland High School, Frank Schuth from Shed High School.
Without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to the Maine State Poet Laureate, Wesley McNair.
As my first act as Poet Laureate of Maine, I want to welcome you into Maine's poetry community as perhaps its youngest members. You 10 are winners, whatever else may happen tonight. Nobody can take your winning status away. I'm going to sit back and listen and watch while you rock this place with poetry. Thank you all.
I think it's a neat competition. I think it's a really good idea because this is a way for poetry to be expressed and made into something.
I knew how to be dumb and stubborn, testaruda. Late in bed, I hoarded secret syllables I read.
After a while, you realize it's not all about winning. It's really just a lot of fun to form the poems and let people hear it and what your take was on it.
Bat waits for ball to mate. Ball hates to take bat's bait. Ball flirts, bat's late, don't keep the date.
I love it. It's a really good opportunity for high school students. It's a lot of fun, and just the variety of poems is really nice, and to see how others interpret poetry is really nice.
Where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom. My Father, let my country awake.
I think that when you memorize a poem so much that you can just say it without thinking about it, it becomes part of you because you no longer have to think of it as something that's separate from you that you're trying to remember in your mind. It just kind of comes out.
I am the people, the mob, the crowd, the mass. Do you know that all the great work of the world is done through me? I am the working man, the inventor, the creator of the world's food and clothes.
I can have people be excited for me, but then they come and they see me, but some of my friends who aren't into poetry, they can come and they can see all this like amazing talent.
These poems, these poems, these poems, she said, are poems with no love in them. These are the poems of a man who would leave his wife and child because they made noise in his study. These are the poems of a man who would murder his mother to claim the inheritance. These are the poems of a man like Plato, she said, meaning something I did not comprehend, but which nevertheless offended me.
I'm a senior this year, and I've never done this before. And my great regret is that I haven't been doing it before then.
I used to lean in the doorway and watch my stony woman wind the copper through the black and play with my understanding. Show me she could take a cup of river water, watch it shimmy, watch it change, turn around and become ashbone.
I began developing more of a love for poetry, and I decided to work harder, and it's been like a progressively process where I've been getting better, so it's a lot of fun.
At break, I pass out cookies. Augustine, the Guatemalan, asks in Spanish, "Teacher, what is tally-ho?" I look at the word in the composition book. I raise my face to the bare bulb for a blind answer. I stutter, then say, "Es como adelante."
I love it. It's beautiful. Listening to people recite poems, different poetry, it's amazing.
I practice being myself. I have found parts of myself never dreamed of by me. They were goaded out from under rocks in my heart. When the walls were built higher, when the water was turned off, and the windows painted black.
Poetry is cool. I don't know how to say it other than that.
The shards of a green glass bottle that your grandmother, then still a girl, will be destined to step on when she wanders barefoot away from her school picnic, if he doesn't stoop down and scoop the mess up with the wantad section and carry it to a trash can.
You're kind of used to like your teachers reciting poetry for you, but getting to hear someone else your age recite it is very interesting.
In my hungry fatigue and shopping for images, I went into the neon fruit supermarket, dreaming of your enumerations.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the 2011 Poetry Out Loud champion for the state of Maine, Lulu Hawks, 11th grade, Catherine McCauley High School.
A Song for Soweto by June Jordan. A devil language falls, slashing, claw syllables to shred, and leave raw the tongue of the young girl, learning to sing her own name. Where she would say water, they would teach her to cry blood. Where she would save grass, they would teach her to crave crawling into the grave. Where she would praise Father, they would teach her to pray. Somebody please do not take him away. Where she would kiss with her mouth my homeland. They would teach her to swallow this dust. But words live in the spirit of her face, and that sound will no longer yield to imperial erase. Where they would draw blood, she will drink water. Where they would deepen the grave, she will conjure up grass. Where they would take father and family away, she will stand under the sun. She will stay. Where they would teach her to swallow this dust. She will kiss with her mouth my homeland and stay with the song of Soweto. Stay with the song of Soweto.